Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Let's talk about makeup. So I'm here to update you on my lip service Projectpan, which is a Pantastic ladies collab created by Jessica Lee and Amanda. The purpose of this Projectpan is to just help you get some use on your lip products. I have a really beautiful collection of lipsticks that don't get a lot of love. I have been in the baby trenches for some years now, and one of the first habits to go, along with wearing high heels, was lipstick. I stopped wearing lipstick, mostly because if a baby sees you wearing lipstick, especially if he's used to seeing you without lipstick, the first thing he will do is grab your mouth, and then your lipstick is all over them, it's all over you. It's annoying. So over the last several years, I have become very much a lip gloss / lip balm girly. However, again, I do have a very beautiful collection of lipsticks, and I would like to get more use out of them. The first thing that I had rolled in was my MAC Viva Glam 6 lipstick, my absolute favorite lipstick of all time. I'm devastated that it is no longer available. I don't know what I'm going to do without this lipstick when it's done. However, she is getting a little older. I'm sorry, you can probably hear my son just like pitching a fit about something outside that door. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's Dad's problem right now. Anyway, the MAC Viva Glam 6 lipstick is my absolute favorite lipstick, but she's starting to lose her signature MAC vanilla scent. I rolled that one in to finish, and as of my last update, I had used it 10 times. Now, that's not a ton of uses. However, after that initial 10 uses, the bullet broke, which made it a lot more difficult for me to use, and therefore I wasn't reaching for it as much. But I also knew that if I decanted it into a container, I was going to use it even less. I mean, that extra step of having to open a container, find a lip brush or a sponge tip applicator or something to put it on my lips, or heaven forbid having to dig it out with a fingernail, no, I just was not going to do that. So what I actually ended up doing was I ended up going on Amazon and getting this little lipstick mold. I melted down the lipstick and I recast it in here, and it actually worked out really well. I wish I had it here to show you, but I took it with me. I went on 2 separate trips, and somewhere in between the packing, unpacking, and repacking, I misplaced this lipstick. So I don't actually have it here to show you. Hopefully I will be able to find it between now and when I edit this video, in which case I will put up some photos. I did lose a little bit of product in the remolding process, obviously. Unlike the other products in this project, my MAC Viva Glam lipstick was rolled in to finish. So it will be in this project until she is gone. I had another product that I had also rolled into finish, and this was my ColourPop Champagne Mommy lip gloss. And I rolled this one into finish. I used her, I think, 23 times before she was finally finished. She is gone. I probably showed this to you already a couple of times because I was double dipping this lip gloss. I was so determined to finish her. I was double dipping this lip gloss in my ColourPan a project as well. This was on my list of 24 products I wanted to completely finish by the end of the year. And we can check that one off the list because she is finished. So pleased with that. The next thing that I rolled in was my Pat McGrath Divine Rose lipstick. It's just this little baby lipstick here. I rolled her in for 5 uses, and as of yet, I have only used her 4 times. So I'm going to go ahead and keep her in and see if I can get a few more uses on her. I feel like this is the season that this lipstick works the best on me. During the wintertime, when a lot more of my green is obvious in my skin, this really pulls very orange on me, and I'm finding that it's doing that a lot less in the summertime now that I'm closer to my summer shade. So if there was a time to get more progress on it, it is now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this in the project for now. She came in at 9.12 grams, and she is currently at 9.07 grams after 4 uses. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep her in the project for now. The next one that I rolled in was my Maybelline Lip Vinyl in the shade Witty. This is just one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. I adore this lipstick. It has just enough desaturation. It's just got enough gray in it that I feel like it's really flattering on my skin tone year round. I rolled this in for 5 uses. I have used it 5 times. And I would give you weights on it. However, I took weights too. It came in at 39.76 grams. And I would tell you an ending weight, but here's the problem. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I have 2 of these. They're identical. I bought this, loved it so much that when I misplaced it, I just went out and bought another one. I was like, I can't live without it. And so I'm not actually sure. If I'd thought about this, I would have marked it. This is the one we're using, but I didn't mark it. So I'm not sure which one I weighed initially, and I'm not sure which one has gotten the uses. Maybe they've both gotten uses. I have no idea. But in any case, this is rolling out after 5 uses. One of these got 5 uses, or at least they got 5 uses across the 2 of them. So I'm going to just go ahead and call that good, call that a goal met, and we're going to roll her out. Next, I have a little mini Makeup Bar Mario lipstick in the shade Erin, and this is how she's looking. I rolled this in for 5 uses, and I have used it 8 times. This is a really, really beautiful My Lips But Better lipstick. It's a little bit light for me right now in the summertime, but in the winter, it is just my perfect nude. Really, really love this lipstick. It came in at 13.25 grams, and it is rolling out at 13.17 grams. You know, I always forget to swatch, and the fact that I didn't have Viva Glam with me kind of just threw me off there a little bit. But yeah, why don't we do some swatches? This is Champagne Mommy. There's not a lot left. Let's scrape some off that inside. I even went in this with a spatula and got as much out as I possibly could. But I think we have enough for a swatch there. Really pretty, soft, rosy color with a little bit of gold shimmer throughout it. Then we have the Pat McGrath Divine Rose. Every time I swatch this thing, it shocks me because look at that. Do you see? That is a cool pink. But I promise you, at the beginning of the year, it was straight orange on me. Straight orange. Color theory is wild. Then I have Maybelline Witty. This swatches a little sheer, but it goes on the lips really beautifully. And it is that mauvey, cool, mauvey pink color that you know that I love. Next is Mario Erin. This is my perfect nude. And then I have the MAC Powder Kiss. This was rolled in for 6 uses. Gosh, isn't that just, oh, that's just delicious. And it's a very, very, it is a really matte lipstick, but it's also quite comfortable. It's not 100% transfer proof, but I think that's part of the reason why it is such a comfortable formula. So for the MAC Powder Kiss, that came into the project at 26.33 grams, and after 4 uses, it is at 26.25 grams. Now here is one I actually have had in this project for a couple rounds now. I think I've had it in since the beginning of the year. This is the Hourglass You Inspire. I had not met my goal last time, so I decided to keep it in, and I had it in for 2 uses, and I actually used it 5 times. I actually really like the 2 of these together. There is a point, because this is a matte liquid lip formula, there is a point where it starts to get a little bit drying. And at that point, I like to touch it up a little bit with just a smidge of the Hourglass. Do you see those colors are very, very comparable? Not dead on dupes, but close enough that I'm able to add a little bit of this lipstick to the center of the lips just to make it a little bit more comfortable for those last few hours of wear. That came in at 20.24 grams, and it is going out at 20.20 grams. So I used very, very little of this. I think I only once used it all over the lips, and the rest of the time I was using it as a touch-up product for the MAC Powder Kiss. I rolled another lip gloss into the project, and this is my other ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Flying Horses. This is the one I'm really focusing on completing now that Champagne Mommy is gone, but I rolled her in for 10 uses, and I used her 15 times. Just a little cooler than Champagne Mommy. Champagne Mommy's coming off a little peachier, and she's just a little cooler and more mauvey. She came into the project at 23.88 grams and is at 23.26 grams now. So I used a fair amount of this lip gloss, and I think I'm going to use this one to replace Champagne Mommy and keep her in until she's finished. The only thing that is annoying me about this one is that brush. Do you see that brush? I don't love a brush on a lip gloss to begin with, but Now she's starting to fray and is kind of uncomfortable. So don't love that, but I am determined to finish her completely. Last thing I have here is my Pat McGrath Rose Divinity liquid lipstick. I actually rolled in this liquid lipstick to use 10 times, and that's because she was brand new and I was excited to use her. This was a gift from my husband on our anniversary. And yeah, you can tell she is just right up my alley. Very similar shade here. I mean, obviously the formula is very different from the Maybelline Witty, but here on the arm, I really do feel like they are very similar colors. So I have really been enjoying that. I'm actually wearing it on my lips today. However, I have only used this one, let's see, 5 times? Yes, I have only used this 5 times. She came in at an even 23 grams and is currently sitting at 22.84 grams. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep her in for another 5 uses, but we're gonna bring in some new products. I'm excited about that. I have a short attention span. I need new fun things to play with. So we are about to enter into summer, and during the summer I wear a lot more lightweight, easy makeup, and that is definitely a style of makeup I much prefer to pair with a gloss or a balm. So you know what? I'm not going to punish myself for that. I'm just going to lean into it, and I am bringing in my Buxom gloss in the shade Gabby. This is the lip polish formula. This is my favorite formula. Actually, I think the cream formula, I have one gloss in the cream formula, and that cream formula is gorgeous. There is a little bit of grittiness in the lip polishes because of the glitter that's included. I guess I can't say this is my favorite formula anymore. This is my second favorite formula. I love the Buxom glosses. Love, love, love them. This is not my favorite shade. My favorite shade is Brandy. I mention Buxom Brandy probably at least once per video. This is in the shade Gabby, which is a deeper version of Brandy, or at least that's what I was going for when I purchased it. However, it has a lot of silver shimmer that shows up quite a bit more than the shimmer in Brandy. Because of that, I don't love it as much, but we are right here. We are right here. We might as well finish her off, get her out of the collection. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that in. I'm excited to have a Buxom product in this project. How do I always forget to swatch? Okay. That is Brandy right there. You can tell that she looks like she's just going to be my favorite gloss of all time. But on the lips, I do find that that silver shimmer is a little bit more apparent than I personally prefer. Next, I have this Pearl Glow lip tint from Becca in the shade Blackberry. This is a very, very comfortable sheer lip tint. And I have found recently, and I think this was Rare Beauty's fault, to be perfectly honest. A lip tint just tints your lips. It's a tint of color. It doesn't stain your lips. A lip stain stains your lips. This is a lip tint. There is no stain left behind. It is this cool berry color. I don't love the scent. It has a watermelon scent. I know there are a lot of people who would really enjoy that. It's not my favorite scent. It's not a terrible scent either. So I can deal with it. And this is a Becca product. Becca is no more. It's time to get some use on this before she inevitably needs to leave my collection. The last balm that I'm rolling in is this tiny little mini size. I think that this was a Sephora Perk product, but my sister passed this on to me. This is the NARS. Oh my gosh, the lettering is so tiny. Literally. I mean, that's impossible. Bronze Glow or something. It's this very sheer bronzy balm, but it feels like the season to wear something like this. So I'm going to be rolling this in. All 3 of these are coming in for 10 uses. So a quick note about how I'm counting the uses on my lip glosses. Lip glosses, because they are not a long wearing product, I tend to apply them more than once a day, usually, if I can be bothered. There are days when I only apply it once and then completely forget to reapply. But there are other days where I will apply lip gloss 3 or 4 times. Now, I am counting each one of those applications as a use rather than just counting the day that I used it, because I feel like that gives me a better picture of the number of uses I can expect out of a tube of lip gloss. Given the variable of sometimes I will use a lip gloss once in a day, sometimes I'll use it 6 times in a day, I think it makes more sense for me to count each individual use. That is why I'm going to shoot for 10 uses with each of these, and I think that's a reasonable goal to have with each of them. Next, I'm rolling in 3 bullet lipsticks, and I chose another Becca product. This is the Becca Ultimate Lipstick Love in the shade Mauve. This is another funny one. I first bought it, I think it was in the winter when I bought it. It has a C on it indicating that it's cool toned. When I first wore it, I'm like, this isn't cool toned at all. But now, that was my green undertone confusing the things. Now, swatching it against a slightly warmer summer color, yeah, that is on the cooler side. So it definitely fits in with the rest of these. Clearly, I have a type. So I will be rolling that in for 5 uses. I'm also rolling in my Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Color in the shade Lilac, also for 5 uses. This is a much more saturated, but still pretty cool toned pink. And last, I have this little Milani lipstick. This was a Salt and Pepper collab. I have the lip liner that goes with it. She's kind of been sitting in my drawer for a while now, and I do need to get some use on her. She's more of a brown, kind of a 90s cooler brown nude shade. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I almost feel like that's just a deeper version of the Makeup by Mario Erin shade there, which makes it perfect for me at this time of year. And so that one is coming in for 5 uses as well. Then I'm rolling in 2 liquid lipsticks. Now, liquid lipsticks during the summertime in particular, when I'm wearing much more light, fresh, easily repaired makeup, liquid lipsticks are the thing that I reach for the least. So I am going to be rolling each of these lipsticks in for 3 uses. The first one is my Urban Decay Vice Bond lipstick in the shade Once Strangers. This is one of those lip formulas that dries down to a transfer proof but still slightly shiny finish. Really, really love this. And this is a lovely brown color that's really nice to mix with other lipsticks. I have used it mixed with Maybelline's Witty. Really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, there she is right there. She is coming in for 3 uses. And then another liquid lipstick that I quite love, but I haven't reached for a while, is Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lip in the shade Poet, which... you can see why I love it. She actually dries down quite a bit darker than this, but look at this. This is all just variations on the same thing, isn't it? Well, at least I know what I like. So I have my work cut out for me, but I'm excited about the formulas that we're rolling in. I'm excited to have a few more lightweight, kind of glossy, balmy shades. I know that wasn't the original intent of this project for me, but we're still getting through the liquid lips, we're still getting through the bullet lipsticks, but it's offering me a little bit of flexibility that I really kind of need, especially during this particular season of my life. And yeah, I'm excited to get some of these products on my lips. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.